If you've ever wanted a giant private screen that follows you from the couch to a flight to a hotel room, that is the promise of AR display glasses in 2026. Not holograms or sci-fi overlays, just a surprisingly good personal cinema and sometimes a workable extra monitor you can carry in a glasses case. The problem is that most of these look nearly identical on a product page and completely different once you actually try to read text, use them in daylight, or wear them long enough to start negotiating with the nosepads. In this video, I am comparing the 5 models available right now. We'll start with the one everyone's been asking about. As always, the links to the best deals are in the description and on our website. And if you've ever felt like your phone is quietly eating hours of your day, ScreenTalks is the app I use to fix that. It helped me cut my screen time by almost 2 hours a day by turning my screen time into a plant that reacts as I use my phone. Okay, so the X Real One S is X-Real's easiest recommendation. It is positioned as a more affordable entry point, but it does not feel stripped down. You get a 1200p display, brightness around 700 nits, and a wider 52-degree field of view, which simply means the screen feels larger and less cramped. Its standout feature is Real 3D, which converts standard 2-dimensional video into 3-dimensional directly on the glasses. Sometimes it looks genuinely impressive, sometimes it feels a little overconfident, but because it is one button away, it is something you actually try instead of forgetting exists. The X Real One S is for anyone who wants a big screen anywhere for movies, handheld gaming, and casual work, value simplicity, and plans to use these in brighter environments where extra brightness matters more than spec sheets suggest. It is not ideal if your main goal is all-day productivity with small text, or if you already own a higher-end X Real. In that case, it is less of an upgrade and more of a parallel option. Next, we will see how this compares to the more premium, cinema-focused X Real One Pro in the productivity-leaning Viture models, which is usually where the decision becomes very clear. Now let's talk about the Viture Pro XR, a pair of AR display glasses known for taking the big screen anywhere idea and pushing it further. What stands out immediately is the display. Viture simulates a wide 135-inch screen that feels noticeably more immersive than most entry-level options. Whether you are watching a movie on a flight or gaming on a handheld, the image looks vivid, crisp, and convincingly large. Brightness is a real strength here too. While the advertised peak numbers are lofty, the practical result is a screen that stays visible and comfortable even in brighter environments. Comfort is another area where Viture did its homework. You get multiple nosepad options and built-in myopia adjustments, which makes a real difference if you normally wear glasses or plan on longer sessions. The frame is a bit thicker than more minimalist designs, and you do notice it after a while, but that extra bulk supports smooth 120 frame per second performance, which helps a lot with fast-moving content. Where the Pro XR takes a more grounded approach is software. There is no elaborate head tracking or spatial anchoring. Instead, it behaves like a very reliable external monitor that works seamlessly with phones, laptops, and handheld consoles. That makes it feel less like a futuristic experiment and more like a practical, portable private screen. The Viture Pro XR is ideal if you want a large, immersive display for movies or gaming without dealing with complicated setup or ecosystems. If your focus is tiny text or cutting-edge spatial features, other models may suit you better. But if you want something that simply works and feels satisfying from the moment you plug it in, this is one of the strongest options available. Let's move on to what many people call the value king of AR displays, the Rainio Air 3S. If you expect every pair of AR glasses to justify its price with flashy features, the Air 3S takes a different approach. It is not trying to be the future of spatial computing. Instead, it focuses on being a wearable monitor that simply works. Big, bright, colorful, and refreshingly straightforward. The moment you plug them in, the screen size is what grabs you. Rainio's micro OLED displays create a massive virtual screen, marketed at just over 200 inches. Even if that number feels optimistic, the immersion is very real when you are watching a movie or playing a game, especially considering the price. Simplicity is the real selling point here. You connect them over USB-C to a laptop, phone, or handheld gaming device, and you are done. There are no complicated setup menus or companion apps fighting for your attention. That makes them especially appealing for travel or anywhere you want a large screen without carrying extra gear. They are also lighter and more compact than most competitors, which makes a noticeable difference during longer sessions. Less weight means less fatigue, and that matters more than people expect when you are wearing them on a plane or commute. There are trade-offs. You do not get lens dimming for bright environments, and there is no head tracking or spatial anchoring. The image stays fixed in front of you, which is simple but not particularly futuristic. Still, if your priority is maximum screen size for minimal cost and effort, the Ray Neo Air 3S is one of the best big screen anywhere options available. For movies, gaming, and multimedia on the go, it is hard to beat the value. Now let's talk about the premium flagship in this category, the X-Real 1 Pro. This is the model that shows what AR display glasses can feel like when everything clicks. The immediate standout is how large and immersive the screen feels. With a field of view around 57 degrees, the virtual display feels closer to sitting in front of a large television than peering through a small window. The Sony Micro OLED panels deliver a sharp, high-definition image that works just as well for reading text as it does for watching high-quality video. What really separates the One Pro is balance. Despite the more immersive display, the glasses stay comfortable even during longer sessions. X-Real's custom X1 chip keeps everything feeling smooth and responsive, especially at higher refresh rates, and connectivity is refreshingly simple. You plug them into a phone, laptop, or gaming handheld with a single USB-C cable, and you are instantly up and running. The built-in audio, tuned by Bose, is another pleasant surprise. It is clear and full enough that you can often skip earbuds entirely, which adds to the feeling that this is a self-contained, polished experience rather than a tech demo. Yes, they are more expensive than many alternatives, but the One Pro earns that price by feeling like a genuine step up. If you have ever tried AR glasses that felt unfinished or compromised, this is the version that finally feels complete. For anyone who wants a truly premium, big screen, anywhere experience that works equally well for movies, gaming, and productivity, the X-Real 1 Pro is one of the strongest options available right now. Now let's talk about a pair that aims to blur the line between a wearable display and a premium viewing experience, the Viture Luma Pro XR. The first thing you notice is the picture quality. The Luma Pro creates a wide, sharp virtual screen marketed around 152 inches with vivid color and brightness that holds up even in brighter environments. The micro OLED panels and high perceived brightness make it feel closer to a cinematic image than a simple floating screen. What helps the experience feel refined is balance. The roughly 52-degree field of view feels expansive without being overwhelming, and the built-in myopia adjustment makes a real difference if you normally wear glasses. You spend less time hunting for the perfect angle and more time actually enjoying what you are watching. There is also some personality in the design. Subtle lighting accents and a clean matte finish keep them from looking like a bulky tech gadget. And comfort is good enough for long flights or extended viewing sessions. That said, these are not a full spatial computing device. They are beautiful, high-quality floating displays, not holographic AR that anchors content around your space. The built-in speakers are fine, but in louder environments, you will still want headphones. The Luma Pro is best for anyone who prioritizes display quality above all else and wants one of the most vivid, polished AR screen experiences available. It sits at a more premium price point, but for many people that translates into something that feels closer to a home theater than a wearable gadget. If simplicity and cost matter more, other models may be easier to live with, but if you want a genuine wow moment when you put them on, the Luma Pro delivers. If you found this video helpful, please give a like and subscribe for more straightforward tech reviews. Thanks for watching.